Maybe you think it's a bigger piece. Janet Yellen called the failure of FTX last week a Lehman moment in crypto. I don't know if you think that's contained and doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a symbol of something larger that's happening in the economy?
Crypto is a complete sideshow, okay? And you guys spend too much time on it, and I've made my views perfectly clear about crypto tokens are like pet rocks. And there's people hyping this stuff up. That doesn't mean blockchain is not real.
Right.
That doesn't mean smart contracts won't be real or Web 3.0. But cryptocurrencies that don't do anything, I don't understand why people spend any time. But I don't think she meant it's a Lehman moment. I think she meant it's a Lehman moment for crypto.
Yes.
But crypto is worth $1 trillion. The other thing the American public should look at when you look at crypto, if you look at all the buying and selling, so Bitcoin's worth like under $1 trillion today, and we're not even sure that's a real market, by the way. There's 20 to 30 billion of ransomware a year that we know about, 20 to 30 billion of exchange costs that we know about, lots of AML, anti-terrorism financing, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. And why we allow this stuff to take place? And I think, the regulators that beat up on banks should maybe focus a little bit more on things like crypto.
So on September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says he'll fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, so
honestly, go look at those joke coins that are being traded right now and ask yourself, why? Why are you in them? I think Powerball is worth more.
A distributed ledger that is across the system. I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem. You don't need
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the new Road Auto book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We also have stocks flat. Now, guys, make sure you're definitely looking at CME futures. Bitcoin and Ethereum are finally picking up, and we see the open interest is picking up slightly. Not where we want it, but it is picking up. Make sure you're looking at those charts. Now, we have Binance's CZ calls the bank man one of the greatest fraudsters in history. And guys, we know this was all an NWO plan. We know the bank man is from MIT, and we know that's an NWO school. We know they take the greatest minds. We know the NWO wants to take this whole economy and put it on blockchain. And we know these hundreds of trillions of dollars of derivatives are a big piece of that. Well, only thing you have is an algorithm running it. Now we have Jamie Dimon and Jim Cramer up to the same old tricks. Jamie Dimon says cryptocurrencies are like pet rocks. And if you're the public, you're going to listen. But what they don't talk about is the fourth industrial revolution. And these big banks and big corporations have been funding crypto from the beginning because there's a digital transformation going right in front of the people's eyes. Yes, we have over 21,000 cryptos, and a lot of them are like pet rocks. But we also know Ethereum smart contracts are going to change the way we live. A lot of these cryptos have real use cases. And then we have Jim Cramer wondering why you hold crypto. And when we know we're getting noise like this, there's going to start being a decoupling. The same way the United States and China's decoupling right in front of the people's eyes, the same way these cryptos next year are going to decouple away from each other because we know the Fed is going to start shrinking liquidity, but we also know that China's ready to open up this economy and the real use cases of these cryptos are going to rise. And we're going to see those who don't have any utility fall by the wayside. But remember, guys, 2023 and 2024 are the building years. Now, guys, don't forget about the indicators. We have yield rates, which are slightly down. We have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC, and then we have the Fed. We know the repo is still over $2 trillion. We know what that repo is going to be used for. And then also, guys, we know they're going to be raising rates December 14th. And we know we're going to have another leg down. And we always have a big pull back the first quarter of each year. And in 2023 and 2024, as the NWO builds, we know the masses are going to be heavily distracted. We got Trump back. We got Kanye. We got Elon on Twitter. We have war, energy crisis, food crisis, water crisis. And we know HARP has been turned on so weather can start getting crazy. So guys, make sure you get focused. Over these next 2 years, you need to be in the lab. You want to make sure that you're on the right side of history. Now guys, do not forget about Grayscale slightly up to $16.2 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Goldman Sachs reportedly looking to buy crypto firms after FTX collapsed. And guys, we know the big corporations and big banks are going to be buying the scraps. We already know, we've seen this during big tech. They will be able to buy these companies pennies on the dollar. Now we have consensus will shorten MetaMask data retention to 7 days. And guys, we know it's all about the data. And cybersecurity is going to be becoming more and more important. And of course, I'll be going more over that on the stock channel. But we know consensus should say JP Morgan. Now we have Ledger partners with iPod creator Tony Fadell to build latest hardware wallet. Also, we have Nexo leaving U.S. as country lacks clear regulation. And guys, you know I've done tons of videos on this subject. U.S. is lagging behind on purpose because the emerging markets are going to be leading us into the fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Warner Music Group and Polygon team up on virtual vinyl platform. And LG&D Music will support digital collectibles from any blockchain. And guys, we know it's all about interoperability. And we have A16Z and Dreesen, my guy, elevates former U.S. CFTC Commissioner Brian Quintenz to policy chief. And guys, we see the same chess pieces being moved around. Why? Because they already know the agenda. They don't have to be in the same room. They know where they want this thing to go. And that's the fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Ripple's CTO shuts down Twitter's chat bot over the XRP conspiracy that the XRP ledger is controlled secretly by Ripple. And we see this AI chat bot getting a lot of attention. And we know the millennials and Generation Z are going to play with it. They think it's fun until it becomes their replacement. And we know these chat bots are also doing what? Collecting data. And then lastly, guys, we have strike partners with Bitnob to facilitate cross-border payments into Africa. And we know XLM is there. We know Cardano is in Africa. We know the emerging markets are about to rise. And then also, we have XRP leading the charge. And we know instant settlement opens up trillions and trillions of dollars of liquidity. And we're going to see the emerging markets rise. And we're going to see America to Babylon fall. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, make sure you go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, where everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks to see where the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.